Oh no, that's not good.
Not me this time.
Wasn't
Definitely
you?
not me. Slowly. Go slow. Proper slow.
Aye.
Because it's so long, man.
Nah.
Right there.
Yeah, it's quite big. What are you doing, Chris?
Broke my car, girl.
Broke your car.
Go on there.
So you might have noticed that there's been a particular Skoda Octavia VRS kicking around for quite a bit. That's our Chris's car, and he was driving that daily just as we were doing, like, you know, the refurb of the unit and all the rest of it, and just very, very unluckily the turbo went and the floor wasn't done or nothing, so we got it straight up on the ramp because that was the only ramp that was working at the time, and we just left it up there. So there's actually quite a bit of dust on here. Yeah. But the time has come to get it fixed, and we're actually going to do a few more jobs because he's got front suspension to fit. We've also got some PowerFlex stuff to fit, wishbone bushes, and he's also going to fit an S3 steering rack that we got off our friend Kai, so thanks very much, Kai. So it's actually going to turn into a little bit of a front end build, turbo, the lot, but let's get into it.
Good job you're doing these, Chris. These track on ends are placed.
Are there?
Aye.
What are doing? So we're just going to go to town here. It's going to be a full subframe wishbone job off, PowerFlex wishbones. We'll have to disconnect the exhaust to get to the turbo, which is up there. He's already got a KO4 on this and fully forged motor. It's just how we roll these days, isn't it? Has it got Tommy written on it? Tommy, my first hammer.
Aye. Can't get your tools.
If it has, it'll be.
I'm fucking looking at.
What's that? It's got Tommy, my first hammer written on it.
No.
If it has, it'll be Spencer's.
Right.
Telling the bloody truth.
Where's that?
Right, let's get these ball joints split. Is this from the allotment, is it?
Yes, it
This
is.
table here.
From the allotment.
So the unit might actually look like it's done, but we're still nowhere near there yet, basically. We still haven't got any of our tools here, so we're just a little bit, you know, not quite ready.
So that's the box I keep in the back of my car.
that is literally all we've got, so we've got nothing down here. So obviously soon we'll have all the tools and that here, but just not quite ready. So we're just going to be dealing with Spencer's Tommy, my first toolbox tools.
These what? What you see? Yeah, I'll put them back in the car in a minute and you'll not have them.
It's not my car we're fixing. My car's inside. Do you know how it goes back together?
Wait, what is it? Install is the reverse of removal, Haynes manual.
I've seen that on a YouTube channel, you know.
Was it? I didn't think it was our YouTube channel. But it was on there first.
Alright.
I've seen it on some others afterwards, actually.
Just afterwards though.
Ah, yeah, afterwards, obviously.
Oh man, how comfortable is it?
I'm just watching it, but it is. Even though I didn't want it in Spencer's car, just because you're not right,
yeah.
it was mint.
But I can see.
Normally you're like, on your fucking back.
There you go. Who's struggling?
Oh, lovely. Need some fresh ones then, Chris?
Alright. More money?
Pretty little Rover in the corner.
18.
Hi, Rover. The BRM's actually off the road now. The tax ran out, so I just decided to take it off the road for the winter. I mean, it is a Rover, so let's face it, don't want that thing on the road in the salt, do it. But I'm quite happy that that's just going to sit over there for now. Then I think that will go up to my garage when I've got some space there, because I've got more projects up there. But yeah, that's the Rover off the road now. I think I'm still going to make some content on it though, because we've still got some little jobs that I want to do. But yeah, not any driving stuff anyway. We'll get that back out when the fairer weather. Never in a nice lit workshop like this.
No.
Never warm, comfortable,
No.
filled with banter, a nice camera and an audience.
Where's the audience?
Where's the audience? Do you not feel all of their eyes on you now?
All eyes on us.
I mean, there could be like eyes all around the world on you now.
Really?
Not now, obviously, but when they watch the video, aye.
Oh, alright. Hi. Enthusiastic, isn't it?
Oh, just a bit. It's nice having all the right tools, though, isn't it?
Saves it dripping on your nice new shiny floor.
Ah, well, you see. It's getting dirtier by the second, isn't it? My floor! It's alright, you want to see him with a mop. So just got to disconnect the rack now, and then that's it. The subframe can come out, and then we'll be laughing. So I spent years and years and years on my back, on axle stands somewhere, on drives that had loads of stones, puddles, icy puddles, you name it. And then we stepped it up a little bit with my garage, and that was good. And then I got the ramp, and then the ramp was like, wow, this is mint. And then now this is just like the dream garage. Well, as soon as we get the tools anyway.
On each one.
And then just release the pressure.
Yep, right. It's all yours, Bush. Balance them. Right. I will want these wishbones off the night, and then what Andy's going to be gone for his space. That's all. I'd get these off, so all we've got to do is take them and do the bushes on
So
them.
we can do it tomorrow.
But do you want them off now?
Aye, so we can do it tomorrow.
So we'll do this now, so we'll do that tomorrow.
So we can do that tomorrow, aye.
Oh, okay. Leave on.
I mean, it was clear, wasn't it? No? How long do you think he's been dying to do that for?
Yes.
Oh, I'm deliberate. So we've got the cooler off the car now. Because of the turbo failure, the cooler actually filled up with oil. So that needs a good clean out, doesn't it?
Oh yes. Full of oil, car strike again.
You just can't drive it sensibly, can you, Chris?
That's all right.
You can't see you. Oh, you can actually. Right now, while they're all out there cleaning out the intercooler pipework, all the rest of it, it's going to be my job to rebuild this turbo. Now, for all Chris's Octavia, VRS came out the factory with an AUQ Q3S engined car. He's actually got a Polo GTI BGX engine in there. It's got forged rods, upgraded valves, all the rest of it, so it's, you know, forged-ish. Good enough anyway. And he also runs a KO4 turbo. So we mapped this car ages ago, and it was, you know, the sort of 260, 270 brake horsepower level, and it went really well. But obviously this turbo has catastrophically shit itself. Now this turbo was a cheap, you know, Facebook selling page kind of one, and that lasted for a little bit of time. So we'll be doing all the type of stuff like cleaning out the oil feed and all the rest of it, just to make sure that it's in good nick. But this time I'm going to be rebuilding this turbo, and we're not going for a standard KO4, because at the minute it's an absolute nightmare getting hold of genuine cores. So instead we're going to be using this. Now, I've used mellet turbos before to good effect on KO4 engine cars and never had a problem with them, never had a failure. So I've went for a mellet core again. This time we've took the option of the stage 2 upgrade, which includes cutback blades on the turbine side, a GTX style billet compressor wheel, and also an upgraded bearing and seal in there, and it's also been fully balanced, of which you get the balance sheet. So this should be a good upgrade. I'm not expecting this to be like hybrid type of power levels, but hopefully just be a bit more efficient. That's the top and bottom, because obviously the KO4s are still restricted by the teeny tiny little outlet to the manifold there. So let's get this put in. After our brew, of course, taking turbos. Right, so let's get the wastegate out of the way. So I've kept the wastegate setting point there, so I know exactly how to put it back on. Now we've previously mapped this car, so I also know that wastegate's good, so I'm happy to use that again. So now we can bash on with the rest of it. So now this old KO4 cartridge is junk, we'll just chuck that, there's no need for that. And we'll just need to clean up these housings. Housings cleaned, ready to go. I haven't got a blaster or anything at the minute, so that's just like, you know, a good bit of elbow grease and scrubbed it, so it's immaculate. The housing, the exhaust housing is in good nick too. There's a very, very slight little crack, which you normally get on KO4s, to be honest. I'm not really worried about it, there's nothing wrong with it at all. So that's the KO4 turbo all back together, brand new core, outside just been cleaned, inspected for cracks. I've set wastegate preload exactly how it was before, and I've mapped this car before, so I know that should be good. We'll obviously test that when we come to the mapping anyway. We've also put some new threaded inserts into the turbo housing and some new studs as well from another turbo. So this is like a pretty good reconditioned KO4 going back together, so hopefully it'll be good results when it comes to tuning, but we'll see about that. I best go and give them a hand outside actually, because there'll be coldness, sitting in the office drinking brews, playing with turbos. There you go, you can stop talking about us now.
Just check that out.
I knew he'd make turbo noises there, you know, he's like a proper child. So there's the rack man fitting the steering rack on Chris's lovely painted sub-frame. Black, do you think? Black?
I thought they were going to be black.
So these were meant to be black.
We've got some coppers there.
But when we went to the painters, he had some of this chameleon paint left over. So we just thought we'd get it done that way and not tell Chris.
Thanks. No, originally. Pink.
What did I originally?
Oh, he asked for pink originally, but he didn't have pink.
I asked for pink.
But he says, I've got some striking chameleon, petrolly, greeny, purpley stuff. So that's what he's got.
Well, lovely.
I think they look pretty, mate.
Shame to put this dirty.
And then obviously we've got Powerflex bushes, front and back, as well as the rack mount, as well as the anti-roll bar mounts as well. So it means it's going to be quite a difference to this car. It's not only going to be a bit faster, a bit smoother, a bit more, powerful, refined, but it's also going to be nice and stiff. Better than the floppy barge you've been used to, eh? We thought we'd pull the sump off as well, just to have a look. See some nice rods in there, Chris. I like them. Spence did find a little bit of debris in the oil filter housing from when the turbo has obviously failed, so we thought we'd pull the sump off, the oil pickup. We're also going to take the full oil filter housing off, and it's all going to get like immaculately cleaned. All fresh gaskets the lot. It just makes sense because there might be material in this engine from God knows when. We haven't got any full history with this engine. We do know that it's been built with rods, it's uprated, so it's ready for the power, but need the reliability as well, so the oil control system is pretty important, so we'll make sure that's updated too. Plus, Spencer likes shiny bits.
Shiny. He loves us. Rod.
Rodithers.
No cheese.
No cheese.
No cheese. I haven't got cheese on.
No.
I normally wear cheese.
You do normally wear cheese. I know, I normally wears it for like 2 weeks solid without washing it. But
How did you know that?
no, because I can smell it. But yeah, glad we found that. So we'll get all that cleaned out and then we'll push on. Sexy turbo installation there, Splendidly.
Very professional. You see them blades? Can you see the sexy blades? Can you?
I've seen the sexy blades already, haven't you? Them ones.
Yeah. Get them in.
It's time to get the subframe on now. Be ashamed to put this nice shiny subframe away, won't it? It will.
At least it's not pink.
I know. You were lucky there. The painter just didn't have pink, bless him. But yeah, let's get this chameleon, petrol-y, bluey subframe on the car.
Welcome back. We haven't been recording a lot on Chris's Skoda VRS, but one of the jobs to do was to sort his boost pipes out and put the hard pipe that comes over the top of the S3 TT, and we didn't have the brackets, and now we do. If you look, we have them thanks to, check these out, BWS TT Bryn. Thanks. I'll put them on my key rings if Nick doesn't try and nick them beforehand.
Oh, you can have them.
I can have them. Yeah. You didn't even have a choice, I was taking them. You didn't have a choice, I was taking them.
Really? You sent them for Chris? Sorry, Spence.
So hard pipes, sorted. You mean they prefer me presenting the new? That's all. That's all. So we've got these boost pipes on, we've got his turbo on, and we are going to turn it over a couple of turns to fill the oil in the turbo. So go for it, Chris. Right. Now we're going to plug the injectors in. One-handed. Must be very awkward for Bryn. He does a lot of stuff one-handed, doesn't he? See if we can do it without a cut then, eh? Go for it, Christopher. It's alive! Aye, aye. Worky!
Just finishing the job there, Walkhead.
Yeah. So, do you know why? I lost my hat.
Your hat? Oh, well,
I know where it is.
that's probably why.
Still another car. Right, when this goes down, you take the pressure, because the bushes are stiff, makes the wheels on, take the pressure, and then...
Yeah. No, we'll put the stands and we'll align the full car.
Heat protection there, Christopher. Yeah.
Custom heat protection there, Spence.
Where's that from? I bought that one. Definitely not, I made that.
That's a decimal tenths product there.
You bought the material. I bought the material. Sorry. What doing?
Tracking the barge now. Final job to do.
Is that Barry's?
As long as it's green, it's within spec. So hopefully when this brings your tracking in, your camber in as well. The home of Spencer.
Right, resident under the barge. It's new name this, Chris.
The barge. All looking good there. There's only one thing that's off, and that's the rear toe, and you can actually see when you look at the wheel. Don't know if you can see that. Typical issue when you've got worn rear bushes, to be honest. So I think Chris is going to get some Powerflex ones, and we'll get them chucked on soon. But for now, that'll do, absolutely fine. So it's nearly there. Oh, check this out.
I'm washing your car.
Washing your car. Oh, it's mental to think that that muck is the muck from when we're like digging holes and shit. And it's still on your car. It doesn't look that bad in the dark, like. It's almost pointless recording in the dark, isn't it? Can't see nothing. You see it?
Oh, what's it like?
A white knuckle ride. It's wild.
Wild.
Nah, it's not. It's not. Feels good, though.
Oh, really good. It's really tight. Just needs mopping.
Alright. So obviously you've had bushes, steering rack, loads really. This is a different car when you think about it. Different car than how it was when we're digging holes.
Aye.
Yeah. The next thing obviously you just need to get them mapped and
it's been like the ornament, yeah, whilst workers went round and around it.
Yeah, well that's the bad thing about this really, because it's been done over time, in between jobs and in between stuff on the unit, so it's been actually nice to do it, but at the same time it's nice to get rid of it as well. So next one, mapped, that'll be it, yeah? So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we will get this mapped, so we'll make another video and we'll have some more VRS content, because let's face it, it'll probably break.
No. Ye of little confidence.
Right, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.